Hello guys, welcome to the channel, thanks for tuning in. If this is the first time you've looked at my site, you might want to like or subscribe, but I will tell you that this is, I think, my first car model review. I have built a few cars, I've got a few cars in my stash, mainly 12th scale, but I went to Antics just now to get some model railway for a Dora gun I'm working on, and saw this there, so thought, you know, I'm going to pick this up because I know it's very new out, and I am a bit of a Ford nutter. If you look, there is my mug from Le Mans 2017. Well, it was actually winter 2016, but it's a 2017 mug. It was a beer mug, plastic mugs, because you can't have glass beer bottles or beer glasses. And I'm a proper petrol head, and I'm a proper Ford fan. So if you remember, my channel used to be called Nigel's Mustang and Models, and there's a reason for that. So without further ado, let's get into this kit. We'll have a look through it, and I'll start off by going through the box. I haven't opened it. I haven't glanced inside the box or anything. So I'm going to start with opening the box, see how it's all packaged up. It's typical Revell end opening box. Yeah, great. Made of paper thin cardboard. So if you put it in your stash, it'll get crushed. Yeah, are you listening, Revell? So yeah, we'll see what it's like. So let's get to the bench. So first of all, if we have a look around the box, nice box front with a lovely reflection of my light on it. So if I hold it like that for you, you can see what the box is like. It's telling us 88 parts, it's 20.4 centimeters long. There's an official Ford product sticker there, so you can scan it and see what's going on with Ford. And then around the side of the box, we just got the picture of the 4 pictures of the front, and then typical Revell fashion, you've got the end that way and the end that way for the shots to display it. And then on the back we've got some close-up shots of the actual model itself. So it looks very nice, but I've yet to see one built. One of the things I remember with the Corvette was the I think it was the C7. It looked great, but when you actually saw the kit built up, the wheels just miles out of size with the bodywork. Just from what I saw, maybe it was a badly built kit. So yeah, this is an unboxing. So as you can see, it's still sealed on both ends. I've literally just bought this from Antics in Stonehouse. So I'll cut the end of the box open there, and then we'll see what's inside. So typical Revell end opening box, which we all love to hate. Can't stack them, you can't do anything with them, you can't put the parts back in them. You know, I wish they'd just stop doing it. So we've got a nice big instruction sheet here. This is like A4 size, if not slightly bigger. Lovely decal sheet, printed in Italy, so they're probably cartograph. Here we go. You can see some lovely decals there. They look like they probably are cartograph because they're fairly thin. They've got very little carrier film, although there's a lot of carrier film on that one there, that Ford Performance look. But they do look lovely in a register. Nice Ford emblems there, EcoBoost. And yeah, it's nice to see this, being a Ford fan. It's quite nice to see. We've got some little stencil detail there. A little brake disc detail, that's unusual. So the slotted rotors are depicted by decals or decals. Headlight surrounds, and some surrounds for some ducting there. Lovely, very nice indeed. So we'll put those to one side, have a quick look at the instructions in a minute. Our health and safety sheet there. And then all the parts are in individual bags by the look of it, in a big bag. So looks like the axles have fallen out and wandering around in there somehow. So I'll get this open and back in a second with these all unbagged. Right, so we'll start with the clear parts, and I've opened the sprue and oh, it would appear that I've got some parts missing. That's novel, but here's the headlight covers, and they are extremely clear and distortion free. Let's face it, there's some writing. They're yeah, they're very nice. Hardly any distortion at all. Very, very clear, crystal clear. Lovely. But where are the other parts? I hear you ask. Well, here they are, in this bag here, and they've taken them off the sprue for you, and they've pre-painted them. So they're all the edges are pre-painted, which is good of them if they've got it right. Yeah, Thank you, Revell. That's a really good idea. So that's quite nice. We'll put those back in the bag with that sprue, I think. Keep those protected, not squashed. So what have we got here? We've got a bag. Let's do the body first. So metal axles are just floating around in there because the bag's come open. It looks like it wasn't properly sealed in the first place. So they're just metal axles. Probably means we've got a simplified suspension system, but not to worry. As I said, I just bought this kit from Antics. It was £29.99. I'm sure within a few weeks you'll be seeing it for 20 quid elsewhere. So yeah, the body comes in a front and rear half, and they're just going to clip together like that by the look of things. So I'll work that out in a minute. But yeah, you can see the general size of it there. There it is in my hands. It's very, very nice. We've got a mould seam here, if you can catch that in the light. There's a mould seam there which is going to need sanding out. There's a mould seam here, and that's running around up underneath the headlight, up over the wing, and then into the A-pillar there. So yeah, mould seam is here, down there, around the bottom of the headlight, and then down. But you know, just like every other car kit. Wiper moulded in with the body. I think I quite like that because yeah, it's there. It means you don't have to add it afterwards. And you always find with wipers, if you just stick one end down, if you're cleaning your mod and you catch it, they generally ping off, don't they? But yeah, I'm not a big car builder, I must be honest. I'm a petrol head, but I'm not a car builder, so not the most knowledgeable modeler in the world. I'm guessing they could have been moulded open. It would have been nice, or maybe they could be opened afterwards. If they indeed, I'm sure they are open on the real thing. I've never actually seen one of these in real life yet. And then there's the rear half, back end, rear lights, exhaust. Yeah, nice. So that's the body out the way. Then we got this sprue here, which is this bag here, which has got 4 sprues in it. So we've got the sides of the actual monocoque body, tubular frame, roll cage. Not quite sure what this honeycomb is. I'm guessing this is aluminium. I'm guessing this is cast aluminium, this honeycomb. That's just a guess. Top of the fuel tank there. Steering wheel. Nicely depicted. You've got some lovely detail on the frame there. I thought carbon fibre, but don't know why they've got that crosshatch pattern. I don't know enough about the car really, I'll be honest. Looks like this is the driver's net that goes between the driver and like sort of in the centre of the car to stop the driver's arms flapping around. Very, very heavy, could do with replacing with some tape really. Nicely detailed wheels, nice and crisp detail on them. That looks like a front under tray. Part of the that's the front air intakes by the look of it. Looks like it goes up underneath the front, quite probably. And then here's the radiator here with the mesh on it. Some more body parts there. Interior, which is, it all looks a little bit soft, but then it is white plastic, so it doesn't lend itself. I think if this had a coat of black or grey primer, it would pop. And then we've got the dashboard here. So obviously this is the standard car dashboard, and then all this extension here is for the race stuff. You can see the detail on the dashboard there. Where is it? There you go. Camera's struggling to pick up because it's all white. Probably because it's got such a dark background. And then there's more roll cage components there. Then we've got a little bag of red sprue, which is the rear lights. So nothing much to write about there, but they're quite crisp. And then we've got another bag here with the engine block. This is a V6 EcoBoost engine. And yeah, very nice. Looks a bit crisper than some of the other parts, I must be honest. And then we've got the valve covers and coil caps there, or coils should I say. Suspension components, these are A-arms for the suspension. So maybe it has got some suspension detail even though it's got metal axles. I hope we're not going to see a great metal axle sticking through the suspension, although we probably are. That's the engine front or rear cover. Intake manifold there, which is nice, done separately. I'm assuming this is turbo. This is going to be exhaust and turbo outlet, because there's the wastegate pipe there. Cylinder heads. That's going to be some kind of air duct, another air duct there. Intercoolers by the look of it. Nice. Disc brakes. That's funny because that decal sheet had disc brakes on it. I'm sure they were. We'll have a look at the instructions in a minute. That looks like it's probably part of the uprights. That's going to be like a water header tank or something there. Exhaust manifolds. Haven't seen the turbos yet. In fact, there aren't any by the look of it. It's a twin turbo engine, so it looks like all you're getting to depict the turbos is this here, unless they glue onto something else that makes them look deeper. And then there's part of the air intake system by the look of it there. Those disc brakes with calipers are quite nice actually. They're going to really come up with a nice bit of metallic paint or metal paint and paint the calipers. They'll look really nice. And then we've got some various belts there. And then the floor pan with what looks like a decal or something is printed on a part number. Never seen that before. That's the first time in my nearly 50 years of modelling that I've seen that. And here we go. Copyright 2018, Revell, Germany. So yeah. Oh, lovely under tray detail under there. Unfortunately, it's got Revell China there, so sand that off. There's a little bit of sinkage there, but it's on the underneath. I mean, and there's some panel detail here and some fastener detail, and then the beautiful Venturi on the back. Not sure if all this is to scale. Maybe it should be thinner. I don't know. I have to have a look at the research. But yeah, so all in all, there, a very nice kit. Let's have a look at the instructions. Okay, just before we look at the instructions, I realised I forgot to show you the tyres, guys. But here they are. They're no lettering on them or anything, but you do get decals for them. They don't smell of anything. I thought they might smell rubbery or vinyl or something. I can't tell what they are. But there's a very slight seam around the middle, which should sand out quite easily. They're kind of hollow, but I did notice on the wheels they've got ridges like a spline around the outside, so they'll sit on that spline. One thing worth looking for, I've just noticed that somebody has removed the mould seam at the factory, look, and hacked part of the sidewall away, so that's a bit crap. Let's have a look at the rest of it. As long as there's one good side on every tyre, see that one's absolutely fine. That one's been really hacked. There's a great big chunk out of that one, look. Which is superb. Thanks very much, Revell. God almighty. Quality control. Honestly, they couldn't make crisps, could they? Look at it. Look at how that's been hacked out of there. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Particularly on a model where all the bodywork comes off and you're going to see the inside of the tyres. Right, so let's have a look at the instructions. So we've got our general Revell. You know, this is our legend and everything. Going into the colour call-outs, the paints, they're telling you to use decal film. Recommended to fix clear parts is a clear cement. Then they've got their own paint codes here, and they're talking about mixing and stuff. And then we've got the sprue call-outs here, all numbered and everything. It's telling you which ones are clear. It's unusual that it's showing the clear parts there, but they've actually given you the bonus of having them with painted window frames. I'm not sure if that's a bonus just for the first few hundred kits or something. I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's a bonus for them hacking at your tyres. So we've got the interior, which is mainly just one colour, and then, well, mainly one colour, and you've got a couple of different colours and a lot of decals going in. Again, more decals going into the seat and everything. I noticed the harnesses are as a decal, which won't look very good, so I'll have to get those upgraded. Yeah, and then the engine halves going together. Cylinder head details, telling to bolt the paint the heads, the bolt heads on the cylinder heads on the manifold flanges. Adding the cam covers. Inlet manifolds gone on. Front cover, pulleys and belts, plenum chambers, exhaust manifolds. Another belt there, which is obviously some sort of alternator or something. They're driving off the drive shaft to lower the frictional losses. not frictional losses, energy losses. Then we're putting the engine onto the floor pan, adding the side. This is A, which I believe A is normally silver with Revell. Let's have a quick look, because I was interested to see A. Yeah, metallic aluminium. So this is all aluminium, all this. I thought this car was carbon fibre. You know, I could well be wrong. Maybe the race car is different. So there we go. We've got the more interior going in there, the rear part of the roll cage. Then we've got the other side of the main frame going on, dropping the dashboard down in. Oh no, that's dropping... It's like an under panel there, like part of the slam panel, and then the dashboard goes in on top of that. And then there's that net I was talking about. You wouldn't be only using that, it's about a scale foot thick. So either sand that down or remake it out of Tamiya tape or something. What's that other, jammy dog tape. And then you've got the roll cage there going in, the top of it. And then, yeah, there's those air ducts that go up underneath the front end and radiator. Kind of wondering why that is all blanked off. I would have thought sure that would have been open. Still. Then you've got the wishbones going on, A-arms. Then the hubs going in. It looks like you're not going to see the metal axle because the hubs come right up to the monocoque by the look of it. Then we're adding the turbo outlets, the turbos and the wastegates and everything coming out the side. Intercoolers there, and then the intake system going on. Frame of the roll cage going over the rear of the engine. Then we've got the intake duct here, another intake there, so that's obviously a cooling duct, and this is the engine air intake. And then A-frames or A-arms for the rear suspension, and then the hubs going on again. They're going to cover most of that metal axle. Wheels and tires. Such a shame because all this comes off, so you're going to see the inside edges of those tires. That's such a shame. I guess I'll have to find something else out of another kit, or perhaps complain to Revell. They are very, very good. Their customer service is awesome. Yeah, and then we've got the body painting guide. So, yeah, the way they've split the body up is going to make it fairly easy to paint. So you're going to mask off and paint this white, and then you've got the blue on the top. Then all of that is painted red. So they've actually split the body where the paint split lines are, which is good. All you've got to do is mask up and spray those inside rear sides red there, which should be fairly easy and should look amazing, because this is an amazing looking car. Then we're putting our windows in, going in from the outside, which is cool. Then we can start adding the rear lights after the body's gone on. Rear wing mounts coming off the bodywork there. That diffuser sticking out the back is huge. They're adding the headlights, and then the headlight covers going on. There's a decal that goes around the edge of those, which will cover the rivet detail and stuff, I guess. And then we're into our decals. And these are the different schemes: 66, 67, 68, 69. Same numbers as they had this year. And yeah, you've got all the different drivers and different stencils going on here for different winners, I guess. Yeah, so all in all, a lovely, lovely model. You've got the decals for the tyres there rather than the rub-ons. I prefer the rub-ons myself, but anyway, so there you go. So there we have it. That's the brand new 24th scale Ford GT LeMans 2017 from Revell. My honest opinion, it looks quite simple, but it might build into a beautiful kit. Looking at this picture here of the built-up model on the front, the instructions, it looks like it might have the same problem with the Corvette, in that the wheels and tyres don't sort of really go very well with the size of the body. I think you know what I mean. I don't know, it just doesn't look right. I think it might need a bit of work to get the stance correct. I mean, when you look at it like that, yeah, that's how it should look. Not like that. So yeah, we'll see. So yeah, the tyres, unfortunately, that's a major disappointment. Great chunks of rubber cut off them, you can see there. I think I'll get onto Revell and see if I can get a new set sent, but they may just be the same, I don't know. Maybe I can hide them by putting them at the bottom or something, but it just annoys me that if you go to the trouble of, you know, putting or painting all the engine up and having it all looking pretty and removing the body panels, then you're going to see these great gaps between the tyres and the wheels, which is not very good. But then looking at those wheels and tyres there, you might have to replace them anyway, who knows. But anyway, enough waffling. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice looking little kit, as I say, a bit simple. Detail looks a little bit soft, but I'll pick it up one day and give it a go and see how it looks. I'm sure that Paul Bretland will be building one before me, and I'm sure he'll do a lovely job of it. But I'm not sure what he's going to make of those wheels and tyres. They don't look good. Right, so thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.